So that's the end of another general election night in Cardiff here at Sophia Gardens. A big turnout in the late 60s and early 70s for most areas of the city. Cardiff has two new MPs, both of whom I spoke to. The organisers at Sophia Gardens worked throughout the night making sure the ballot papers arrived safely and were counted by the staff working at the centre. The first count happened around 3 a.m, Cardiff Central, where Joe Stevens of Labour beat the standing MP Jenny Willot.
I must thank my frankly brilliant team of volunteers who have been with me for the last 2 years, working tirelessly. They're absolutely amazing.
It felt great and it was a real tribute to the effort that the campaign team have made over the last 2 years. I've had an incredible team working here, Labour supporters and members of the public. We had over 200 people out helping us today, getting the vote out, and it shows that hard work pays off.
It's been such a close campaign, and that must have shown through these last few weeks while you've been battling it out on the streets of Cardiff.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't take anything for granted. We knew we had to go after every single vote. I'm incredibly honoured that the people of Cardiff Central have trusted me to be their Labour MP. I'm going to do my absolute utmost to make sure that they get first-class representation. That's what they've elected me to do, and that's what I hope to deliver.
What do you think are the key issues that won you this seat?
I think it was listening, to be honest. I mean, I spent 2 years knocking on doors and listening to people. I wanted to know what they wanted, I wanted to know what they thought, engaging with people, having conversations. It's not about pushing leaflets through doors, it's about having proper conversations with people to understand what their needs and concerns are. And people felt that, last time they'd voted for something that they didn't actually get. They got something completely different, and they were coming back to Labour.
Obviously, we're down in Westminster now working there. What do you think you can do for the people of Wales down at Parliament?
Well, be a first-class representative. They've elected me to do a job for them. I want to make sure that I'm a really good constituency MP. That's what I'm going to do, and make sure that their interests come first.
And of course, it's a clear-cut win for yourself tonight, but I guess in terms of party politics, it could be a long while before we see things clear and settle, I guess.
Yes, I mean, I've seen a little bit of the national picture so far tonight. It looks very mixed. I don't think we're going to know for many hours what the end game is going to be. So,
Cardiff North was going to be a close fight between Craig Williams of the Conservatives and Mary Williams of Labour. In the end, the Tory candidate won out.
This is a clear win in Cardiff North, a clear win for David Cameron's clear leadership of this country, and a clear win for what we've done in terms of the long-term economic plan and turning this country around. I would like to thank all of my fellow candidates. We've had a terrific campaign in Cardiff North, a clean campaign. I'm delighted that our positive campaign about what we want to achieve for this city, building on David Cameron's clear leadership, delivering that city deal for Cardiff, has resonated so well in Cardiff North.
It feels wonderful, a 3-year campaign to come to fruition and actually win. Terrific.
Obviously, you've been involved in politics as a councillor in Cardiff. How is this going to differ?
Well, I think it's going to build, and it's the experience I've got from the City Council. I'm going to take that now up to Westminster and start to deliver for Cardiff on a more international stage, get that investment in the city we need, and work with businesses. That's going to be something I'm going to champion over the next 5 years.
Like the city deal, which of course George Osborne did and that the council has been discussing, is that something that's high on the agenda?
That is very high on my agenda. That's going to be my issue number one for delivery from Cardiff, is delivering that city deal and making it so it's a concept that really, the Cardiff Bay Corporation, this is version 2.
Of course, local issues were big in this election. We saw the protests with the libraries, which drew large amounts of people to support that. What are you going to do for the local people? Is it still a big job there?
I'm going to continue championing those campaigns. Just because something isn't in the remit of a parliament doesn't mean I won't be getting in there and getting stuck in and fighting people's corner. I'm going to be a strong advocate on the NHS. I'm going to be a strong advocate on council issues. I know the system incredibly well, so watch out, Cardiff Council.
Now, of course, it's your first time in Westminster, but the parliament you'll be going to will have a very different complexion with what's been happening in Scotland.
Well, indeed, but we don't know the full complexion of Parliament yet, so I'm going to go home, have a cup of tea, see a couple of my colleagues if they get over the line, and then hopefully in the morning we'll have a clear idea.
So those are the thoughts of Cardiff's new MPs after another close general election battle here in Cardiff. Later in the show, we'll be hearing from the two Cardiff MPs who retained their seats. This is Jeff Collins for Hello Cardiff at Sophia Gardens.